Hi, I'm James Rostance and welcome to the 414. Each week with some of the greatest minds in marketing. And joining me today is a man whose work you'll almost certainly be a fan of, as he was the marketing lead in the team responsible for making Prosecco the global phenomenon that it is today. He specialises in super premium drinks brands, and as managing director of White Label, it's my pleasure to introduce Chris Cassell. So Chris, you specialise in the promotion of challenger brands who need to steal market share from market leaders. And what I thought would be quite cool to find out is, what do you consider to be the most effective strategy for when you're perceptively outgunned by a much larger and better funded competitor?
Use size as your advantage, because the biggest weakness that bigger brands have is because of their size, they need to appeal to everyone. And appealing to everyone appeals to no one. So don't try to fight them on their territory. You can be more divisive, you can be more polarizing as a smaller brand, and really that's the magic of smaller brands.
What typically prevents brands and agencies from delivering work that is more brave and, as you say, more polarizing?
I think the thing that I see most, both inside agencies with brands, is that they make decisions by committee. And when you do that, you strip away all of the things that you were excited about the idea in the first place. So I think one way to avoid that is have one key stakeholder whose job it is to look after that idea through the process. Because feedback is good, robust strategy is obviously good, but you can't let that tie you down. It needs to be part of the process, not something you're tied down to.
Do you have any principles that you recommend and like to follow which helps with this process?
It's about living your values. You have to really live and breathe your values, because if you don't live and breathe them in everything that you do, then really having the values in the first place is just virtue signaling. So bravery and really sticking by that really makes that come to life, and it connects with audiences. Without it, it just doesn't mean anything.
What would you recommend as a guide to help keep you on track and deliver a campaign that is brave, but not watered down in any way?
I think it comes down to believing in that idea, believing in the power of the idea, why you liked it in the first place, and what you found exciting about it. Because if you remember all of those things and really believe in that process, then that's going to come to life in the end product. And often what I see is people trying to prove the idea will work, when really the freshest, the best, the newest ideas, there is no benchmark. So you're not going to be able to prove it. You just need to take a leap of faith and believe in the idea.
So what would you say is your favourite example of a campaign that you've delivered that successfully embodied all of these principles?
So Lafroig is a big peated, smoky whiskey. And we realised that the reality is, with a big peated, smoky whiskey, some people will like it, some people won't. And instead of shying away from that and just focusing on the positives and just talking about how wonderful the liquid was, we chose to show people trying it, often for the first time, and then really captured the really visceral reactions to the liquid. So we showed good, bad, confusing, ugly. We showed all of those reactions. And the beauty of it was that by doing that, by showing the negatives, it made people, if they hadn't tried it, have to form an opinion on that liquid, have to give it a go. And it really drew people in.
So what would you say is the danger of brands not being brave in their marketing?
Well, really, for me, it's twofold. So the first thing is that you're just going to be producing work that no one cares about. And I've never seen that in a brief. That's never the intention, right? So that's one thing. The other side of it is that you're going to open yourself up to scrutiny. You know, if you've got strong values, but don't follow them through with bravery, people are going to not trust that. And again, you're going to get yourself in a sticky situation.
Chris, thank you so much for joining us.